Hey guys, Professor Fat Shady here, this time with a bit of a revisit from a tutorial that I did a few weeks back. The track I'm talking about is Hard Wheeling, a skill game in the, and I always forget what these are called, Experts Club. The reason I'm revisiting this is because I think I misled you. I hadn't actually done a huge amount on this track when I did the tutorial. It was one of the first ones I did of these informal lessons, and I suggested you use the rabbit. I did that for a number of different reasons, and in the comments I had a bunch of people come back and say they'd been doing it on the Roach. Now, I was reluctant, but I tried it out, and it turns out that I was flat out wrong. You can do very well on this on the rabbit. However, I guess the audience that I'm making these videos for are not. I mean, yeah, various people want to watch these things go nuts, but I try and make these for people that are, that are learning the skill still, not some of the super experts that have got these ridiculous sort of, intense fingers that can do bloody everything on in this game. So I've realized that I actually think the Roach has got a little bit of more room to give. As you can see here on PlayStation, I'm ranked 21st globally with a half-decent run. It's very, very far off one of the best, but after revisiting this on the Roach, I was able to do much, much better. So I'm going to go through and show you this now. Now, admittedly, I haven't prepared for this. I haven't played this for a good week or two. But what I will do, and this is something I'm going to try and incorporate for some of the tutorials I am doing, is to show you my replay at the end here. So let me just go through real quick. The tips that I gave you on the... Oh, okay, it's bad start. The tips that I gave you on the last video about the fact that you can rest with your front wheel if you do sort of hit something. I've got to concentrate because this is intense. But anyway, if you have to stop there, as I've said previously, you can rest your front wheel. Like so, when you land here, hold down brake. As long as your front wheel's not rolling, it's a very small penalty. Sucks. I'll try this a few more times. Like I said, this is very... I mean, this is one of the skill games that I do consider to be a true skill game, and it is one of those things that you will just need to be good at to do well at. But having the right tools, the right technique, and the right bikes is all about getting yourself better. Come on. What I tend to find with this one in particular, I tend to find that you start off pretty rough and you kind of just need to be in the zone. If you start this and are just having a bad night, as I'm starting to, I'd probably give it 15-20 minutes if you really want to have a good crack at this. And if you are finding yourself just failing miserably, don't bother, go do something else, come back the next night. And you'll just find, some nights it'll just click, and after a bit of practice, you'll find yourself just breezing through this. That was a bit horrible because I let the front wheel run a bit, and I stopped that. Okay. So like I said here, the key thing is not to let... The key thing is not let the front wheel spin, but if it does touch the ground, it's not a big deal. Alright, let me just... I kind of want to show you this good to prove my point, but like I said, let me just show you. I might just, a few more times. If this doesn't work, I will just show you my replay, because, like I said, the replay that I did, I was kind of just in this zone and figured out that this was the better bike. I'd probably been playing for an hour or so on the same track, trying to just get that perfect run, as you trials addicts tend to do. And yeah, it all just sort of came together. And you learn about which parts of the track you can hit flat out and which parts you really need to just take easy. As Alias Alpha, the associate professor of the University of Trials, pointed out on the Balancing Act skill game, this is another one where patience is a very, very good quality. I'll say patience is a virtue, but what a cliche that is. So it's just about learning where you can go flat out and which parts you really just need to bide your time. Anyway, I'm not going to bother showing you anymore, but I'm going to show you my replay, because I think it's worthwhile. See this, I have to actually look at the controller when I'm moving between different consoles. I forget which button's which. But anyway, so this is my replay of the Hard Wheeling skill game done with the Roach on PS4, and you'll probably see here that this is a lot better than the tutorial I did on the Rabbit. See, that part's stuck. Look at the green bar at the moment. absolutely sucked. So I probably could have done heaps better had I not had that stuff up in my run. But as you know, it's all about the amount of time you spend getting all of those different techniques right. So this, actually, I'm already at halfway at 141 meters. So I must just have a brilliant second half of the track. Actually, the one thing I will suggest you do, in line with my previous comments, pay attention to how often my front wheel touches the ground. Like I said... Oh. God, I'm an idiot sometimes. Once again, look, every now and again I stuff up recording this. I want to leave these things in because that's what the informal lessons is all about. Sometimes you just need to be a complete idiot and admit your mistakes. What I'm going to do now is go to the leaderboards, which is where I should have been, and press triangle to view my replay of my actual good attempt, not the one I just filmed for you guys. You'll have to give me some, cut me some slack here. I've had, you know, very, very broken sleep, and yeah, a 3-day-old baby girl, so yeah, forgive me. Now I'm downloading my replay of my good attempt at the hard-wheeling skill game. I'll have to leave something in the comments to suggest you skip forward to this point. It's been a long few days. Very happy though. Wifey and everybody's good. Oh, is my rider pink? I let my son play this game a couple of times, and look what he does. Oh, Zach Zavage wanted to be part of the show. How you doing, man? Unfortunate for you, I ain't gonna accept that, but... I don't even know how parties work in PS4. I'm such a noob. Anyway, pay attention to the amount of time the front wheel hits the ground here. Note that it's not drastically reducing the green bar. I'm patient, I'm slow. And you can just see that every jump has a... I guess I've practiced the approach. I know what I'm doing, I know how to expect, I know where I need to land, and it's just about repeating the same thing. Like I said, this is a skill game. Yeah, this one here is tricky because it's a transition halfway up the ramp. That's just throttle control. And making sure you stop every time your front wheel's about to hit. That could have been catastrophic. I enjoyed this skill game. You'll find that I don't tend to be a fan of the skill games. They tend to feel something, and yeah, no disrespect. Plenty of people like them. I'm not bagging them out as such, but some of them feel a bit gimmicky sometimes for what I like to get out of this game. So when I find the ones that really reward proper trial skill, they're to me a true skill game, and they are really good. This is the part of the track where I usually start coming undone. As you can see, a few little stuff ups here. Really tricky to just get some of this right. It's just about practice. And I usually get to about this point, I'm just gonna go flat out and just see what happens. So there you go. But to conclude, 8 minutes in, and I could have said this in one sentence: use the Roach, don't use the Rabbit. You'll find it a lot easier, but practice makes perfect as always. Thanks for watching, guys. Make another one of these soon.